Joe Ripley, they can go ahead and stay at the Georgia Tech dorms.
I got dollar signs in my eyes just thinking about all those dignitaries coming here, and I'm sure they do too. But if you're not, if you're a little short on dollar signs, let's say, why not choose the Georgia Tech dorms, Stan?
Affordable.
Specifically, the North Avenue apartments. These are the same apartments, the dormitories, Dan, that actually hosted the Olympic Village back in 1996. 30 years later, another global event, Atlanta back in the global spotlight. But for just $178 a month, you too can stay in these dorms. Georgia Tech is calling it its Soccer Stays program, and they're hopeful that they can capitalize off all this World Cup buzz. The city of Atlanta stands on the global stage again.
It's just really neat to be able to have something like the Olympics 30 years ago, where we had the Olympic Village right here where we're standing, and then I'll also bring another village back for a global event like the World Cup.
John Nasir, Director of Conference Services at Georgia Tech, says the school has met monumental moments before. And now, with Atlanta set to host 8 FIFA World Cup matches this summer, Georgia Tech is offering soccer stays, 1,200 rooms in the North Avenue apartments on campus for fans, staff, and volunteers.
You know, we have a duty really to generate enough revenue to cover our own expenses and then push that revenue back into the students. So it all goes back into the student facilities. It all goes back to contain student fees.
Nasir says the rooms will go for $178 each, around half the market rate, he says, of nearby stays during the tournament.
We looked around at local hotels. We looked around at Airbnbs. We looked at other long-term lodging options that were marketing themselves for the World Cup.
Your fee gets you breakfast, parking in a covered deck, access to the fitness center and sand volleyball court, plus a 10 to 15-minute walk to the stadium.
I can't think of many places where you're going to have a gated complex, you're going to have a dining facility at a state-of-the-art institution.
Nasir says Georgia Tech police will step up patrols, monitoring campus 24 hours a day. Georgia Tech hopes to capitalize off the beautiful game, generating buzz all over the city.
It is so awesome to be in the middle of this, vibrant city that's always engaging in large-scale events and innovation.
And I will clarify, the rate is $178 a night to stay there in one of the rooms at the North Avenue apartments there. It's part of Georgia Tech's Soccer Stays housing program. The first check-ins actually start today, and this housing will remain open until July 31st. There are also discounted rates for folks who stay long-term, longer than 14 days. If you're, maybe a worker temporarily, spending a lot of time down there at the Benz, FIFA Atlanta Stadium, then that is an option for you. But they've got some stiff competition between short-term rentals, Airbnbs, Verbos, hotels. But that's a pretty competitive rate.
Tough to beat $178 a night.
Yeah, for all those amenities,
And I tell you what, at least the one that you showed us there in the video looked pretty nice. It looks a little different from the digs I had in college.
Not too different, I will say, from the digs I had.
Oh, must be nice.
Although I went to a school up northeast a little bit, Athens, Georgia.
Oh, yes, the dogs.
Those dorms are very nice. Okay. I'm sure Georgia Tech's dorms were very fine.
What are you selling here? Okay.
Very fine.
Don't get them started on the Yellow Jacks. I'm surprised they let you on campus over there.
Wow. Look, you don't have to tell them everything.
By the way, is this something they've been planning for a while, or is this kind of a last-minute money grab? I don't mean it like that, but they say, how can we cash in on this?
I think that's exactly what it was. I think Georgia Tech saw that we performed in big moments before.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity here. They're about to renovate said dorms, and so I think for one last opportunity before they overhaul the entire project, let's see how we can provide a service here. Also, as you mentioned, John Nasir was saying that they do need the money to pour back into student services and all those fees, so the revenue does go back to the school. So you are helping out in some way if that's one of your motivations for staying there.
Smart. Why not? All right, Joe, thank you so much, sir.